Welcome to www.happynumbers.org. Today's lesson is on changing fractions to percents, part 2. Changing fractions to percents, part 2. In part 1, we changed fraction to percents by multiplying the fraction times 100. Here, the second method is to divide. Now, this fraction 1/4, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, this is a division line. This means 4 divided into 1. 4 divided into 1. So, the second method of changing fractions to percents is to do the division. We're going to divide 4 into the number 1. Well, we can't divide 4 into 1 because 4 is bigger, but we can do some decimals, like so. And now we do long division. 4 goes into 10. Well, 4 will go into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And we subtract and we get 2. We bring down a 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. And we're finished. Okay, so now we have changed the fraction 1/4 into a decimal fraction, and we know if we have a decimal fraction and we want to change the decimal to a percent, we're going from D in the alphabet to P. We go 2 places this way. So we go over 2 places and put the percent sign. So it's sort of a 2-step process. We changed this fraction into a decimal fraction, and then we changed the decimal fraction into the percent. Let's try another one. Oh, a couple of things. First of all, using this process requires you to use long division. And if you're not that familiar with long division, or you need a tutorial in long division, there is a video, I believe it's under the decimals, that deals with long division. Maybe it's the fractions part, but there is a video that deals with long division. But the other point I want to make is 4, we could have actually used the method dividing by 100 here, because 4 goes into that once and it goes into that 25. But I just wanted to demonstrate. So let's take another example here. Let's take 2/9. And we're going to use the division method here, because this means 2 divided by 9. So we'll let's move over here a little bit. Put 9 divided into 2, and we'll have to add some zeros here. Okay, well, 9 will not go into 2, but 9 will go into 20 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18, and I subtract, and I get 2. I bring down a 0. 9 will go into 20 2 times. 2 times 9 is 18, and I subtract, and I get 2, bring down a 0. Now you can see that this would just go on and on and on. So we can stop here. So we've changed the fraction into a decimal fraction, 22 hundredths. And now we know how to change the decimal fraction into a percent. We move 2 decimal places to the right, because we're going from D in the alphabet to P, decimal to percent, and we get 22%. Okay, let's try another one, and then I'll put a couple up for you to do. Let's take 5/6, and let's change that into a percent using the division method. Put our 6, and then we have 5 and our zeros, and we do our long division. 6 is too big to go into 5, so it has to be 6 into 50. 6 will go into 50 8 times, because 8 times 6 is 48. And if I subtract, I get 2. Bring down a 0. 6 will go into 20 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtract 20. And so the 20 will keep going. So we can stop here. So we have changed the decimal 5/6. I'm sorry, my bad. We have changed the fraction 5/6 into a decimal fraction, 83/100ths. And now we know how to change our decimal fraction into a percent. We just move 2 decimal places to the right. Excellent. Well, I'll put up a couple of problems for you to work, and you can put the video on pause and work the problems, and then turn the video back on, and then we'll work them together. How about if we try 1/8 and 4/7? Let's try 1/8 and 4/7. Okay, so put your video or DVD on pause. Work the problems and then turn it back on again, and we'll take a look at them. Okay, let's take the first one. We're going to use the division method, so we're going to divide 8 into 1, and we'll have to put our decimal and some zeros. Well, 8 cannot go into 1, it's too big, but 8 can go into 10 one time. 1 times 8 is 8, and we subtract, we get 2. Bring down a 0. 8 can go into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16, and we subtract, we get 4. Bring down a 0. 8 can go into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40, and so we are done. So we have changed the fraction 1/8 to a decimal fraction 125 thousandths, and now we know to change this decimal fraction to a percent, we move 2 places, 1, 2, and we get 12 1/2%. How'd you do on that one? Thought I threw you a little curve there with that 1/2. Wasn't really trying to trip you up, but I just wanted to expand your thinking a little bit. All right, let's try this one. 4/7, we'll use the division method, so we're going to divide 7 into 4. 7 cannot go into 4 because 7 is larger than 4. Let me put my decimal point here. But 7 can go into 40. 7 can go into 40 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35. 35 take away 40 will give me 5. Bring down a 0. 7 can go into 50 7 times. 7 times 7 is 49. 50 take away 49 is 1. Bring down a 0. 7 can go into 10 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. And we've gone far enough here now. So we've changed our fraction 4/7 into a decimal fraction, 571 thousandths, and we know we move 2 places to the right, 1, 2, and we get 57 1/10%. Well, okay, that is the skill set then. So for parts 1 and 2, changing fractions to percents. One method is to multiply by 100. The other method would be to do division. Excellent. Good job. Thank you very much for looking at the video, and we'll see you next time.